Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So you will be the second contender of the thesis defense, yeah. And then how do we are going to do this thesis defense? It will be the same like the previous first contender. I'm gonna ask you the previous thesis defense that you watched. That will be the first, and then you're going to explain the main point of each previous thesis defense that you watch, and if you can answer it, so you can go with your explanation of your thesis. Okay? Okay.
Oke, sir.
Please, you may mention several names from your previous senior that you watch for the thesis defense, please.
And for I watch from which that I forget about the name. The first is Tanti,
Mhm.
and the conclusion of the thesis defense is that she already conducted the research well, and she got I forget about the score from the research from her research, but I get the point that the media that she take to as a media or as a tools for the research is completely done with the high score research, a high score result.
That's all.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, thank you. Best of luck. Yeah, time is yours. Come on, you may explain your. Wait a second. You may explain your content thesis.
Share screen or
No, I'll be the one that's sharing the screen.
okay.
Okay. Okay, come on, Silpa. Okay, time is yours, please.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Uh, Honorable Mr. Dr. Muhammad Sofian Hadi, M.Pd, as my examiner today, and let me introduce myself. My name is Silvania Gusti Hadiana, and today I want to present my thesis result presentation entitled Development of Word Square Best Practice Module on the topic of writing descriptive text. Next slide, sir. And in the chapter 1, in the background of the study, as we know that importance of English cannot be doubted because English is the most commonly spoken language in this world, and and it is primary language for communicating with other people from different countries and culture. And in Indonesia, English itself is a foreign language, which means it is not very actively used in direct interaction every day. However, as explained in the previous sections about how extensive English network is and how important it is today, therefore, English remain one of the foreign language learning material that are always available in every level of education in Indonesia. And as we know, there are four forms of language abilities that should be mastered in getting to know English. And the writing is one of the four basic skills. Writing skills are more complicated than other language skills. Even native English speakers may experience complication in complicated situation. And this study, the researcher focused on writing skills, especially in writing descriptive text. And departing from the result of interview conducted by the researcher with several grade 10 students and English teacher at SMA N9 Tangerang, and the content of the problems of student ability in writing, especially writing in descriptive text, conclude that the students have difficulty in expressing their idea and opinion in describing an object in written form, and also students feel bored and not interested when learning takes place, because there is no supporting learning media other than guidebooks that are owned by the teacher and the students. And uh, departing from the problems mentioned above, the researcher was finally motivated to conduct the research on the development a new learning media, namely World Square Best Practice Model on the topic of writing descriptive text. Okay, next slide. And for this slide is specification of the product. The product developed in this research is in the form of a World Square Best Practice Model, and can be used in writing descriptive text. And World Square is a learning media that combines the ability to answer the question correctly by matching the answer with the answer boxes. And in this word square, the researcher was designed into two types, and this is the type 1 and type 2. And for the specification of the model, this model contain brief explanation related to the descriptive text material, and the model A4 in size. And this model was designed using Canva design application. Next slide, sir. And for the chapter 2, Diadario in 2018 state that the text description describe the feature and characteristic of an object, nature, landscape, vegetables, and animals and animals and people. Descriptive textual content is text this is constantly around us when we need more explanation about someone or person. And Marcel in 2011, word square is one of the oldest puzzle genres in history, and this is a type of learning media which depicts a square box containing random letters that actually hide a word or message. And word square is a type of learning media that use a square as a tool to convey and provide learning materials in the teaching process. And next slide, sir. Okay, and the methodology that researcher use is research and development with a development model, namely ADI. And ADI stands for analysis, design, development, implementation, and evaluation. And for the research instrument is structure interview and the questionnaire. And for the data analysis techniques, analysis of the data in the questionnaire was carried out as follow. For the first one is calculate the total score for each aspect from the questionnaire, and the second one is the score is converted to percentage result, and the last one is performing descriptive quantitative to explain the final result of the data acquisition. Next slide, sir. And for the research result, first is analysis. There are two stages here. Analysis of students' need. The researchers, it was concluded that the analysis of students and teacher needs require new innovation in learning media and require varied learning media to complement and support learning process to be carried out given in a class. Therefore, the researcher offered the solution to this problem, namely developing teaching material media in the form of one square best practice model on the topic of writing descriptive text. And for the curriculum analysis, SMA and SMA Negeri 9 Tangerang implemented the 2013 curriculum so that the content of the product that had been developed adapted to the curriculum. And for the second stage is design. In the concept, the media was based on the result of the previous analysis, so that the objective of developing this product or this media can be achieved. And for this, what square learning media is made in the form of practice module, and which there is a summary of descriptive text material and several word square best practice question in different types. And for design, uh, first is the researchers using hand illustrations, and after that, the researcher adapted them using the Canva design application. And at this stage, the researcher pay attention to the curriculum and students' learning materials so that the goals of developing this product can be achieved. And for the development stage, product manufacture include the process of preparing the materials, preparing practice questions, and developing the product, starting from arranging practice question and the e-learning application, and to be adapted into word square form to designing the material and the result of practice questions in the form of word square into Canva design application. And for my media validation, this stage is carried out by three experts. The first is material expert, media expert, and linguist. And the validate the media that has been filling out by answer the question in the questionnaire, and each expert will give the and will review the media and give some assessment and suggestion for improvement. And for the first material validation test, got an average score of 83.09%, and from the media expert is got an average score 89.38%, and for the last linguist validation test got an average score 84.16%. And for the implementation stage, small class trial, this is the researcher gave a questionnaire to be filled out by 7 students, and the result of this stage is got an average score 86.90% with the high criteria. And for the large class trial, uh, we the researcher have uh, 29 students, and the result is 90.34% with the high criteria. And for the last stage is evaluation. This evaluation stage, the researcher made improvement to the practice module before it was published more widely and used in learning process. And this evaluation is based on comment, suggestion, and this evaluation is only based on comment, suggestion, or input from media expert, linguist, and material expert, because the student have the high score and they didn't give the revision on the media. And the suggestion for improvement that the researcher got were from media expert to change the instruction in the module in the second exercise. Okay, next slide, sir. And okay, for the conclusion, the World Square Best Practice Model is valid to be used as a learning media on the topic of writing descriptive text with the result obtained from the material expert 83.09%, and from the media expert is 89.38%, and linguist is 84.16%. Then obtained from the small class trial is 86.90%, and from the large class trial is 90.34%. Maybe enough here my presentation. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, thank you very much for your elaborations, my dear Silva Herdiana. My first question, it will be based on the first slide that you have here. It is about the title. Based on your title, you are mentioning developing word square based practice module on the topic of writing descriptive text. Yeah.
Yes.
So, what is it exactly that you want to achieve by developing a word square based practice model here? What is it that exactly that you want to achieve for this one?
Okay, thank you, sir, for the question. And the one that I want to achieve with this title or this research is I want to. The first is because of I know about the problems and I provide the solution, and then this I can make this what square best practice model. And my reason is I want to achieve I want to know that media I want to know this media is valid or not to be used in the learning writing descriptive text, and I want to test this media to the students and the validator. Just it, sir.
Okay, so your aim, your main goals here, your main purpose in making this research and writing this title here, only a process of testing, right? You're going to test, you're going to use this word square base, yeah, and then it is work or no for the topic of writing descriptive text. Only that way, Silva?
I think yes,
Yes.
it is, but
Hmm.
for the other reason, I want to achieve. I want to know about this media can be used or not, and this media can suitable or not with this writing descriptive text learning material. Just it, sir.
Okay. Okay, from your title here it is research and development kind of research, R&D kind of research. And
Yes.
then for your informations, when we try to conduct a research and development kind of research, it is not as simple as like the other kind of quantitative research or the qualitative research. Yeah, take maybe around 1 year, 2 years to conduct R&D kind of research. Yeah, that's why when you chose development of word square base, yeah, you're gonna first not only about making the word square base, but you're going to prove it also. Yeah, and then there are some steps of what we call by the evaluations, trial evaluation, and then blah 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 blah. And then that's what I ask you to do here. It is not a simple R&D that you can create with this title. And then when I ask you the questions, what is it your real purpose, or what is it that you want to achieve from this one, and then you're mentioning testing this kind of learning media for the student, it is a valid or no. Yeah. And then for making a research and development kind of research, it is far from that one. Yeah. So you are going to first identifying what is the problem of the students, and then after that one planning what is the alternative kind of solutions, and then after that one you are going to ask several kind of expert how that you are going to solve the problems, and then you come with some kind of proposal, this several kind of alternative solution that I already chose, which one is gonna match with this kind of research, and then blah blah blah, and then trial, evaluation, reflection, and then there are many steps that you have to do while making a research and development kind of research. That's why it's kinda, what is it? It's kinda basic, I guess, of basic kind of research when you're mentioning this research here. Okay, I have this one, and then I'm gonna test this kind of learning media, and then the result, based on several opinion, it is valid. That's all? Really? No, you gotta mention it. Based on the
Yes.
observation, based on the previous study, based on the fact that you found from the senior high school, where is it, in Tangerang, and then blah blah blah, you gotta come with that kind of reasoning. Okay, Silva?
Okay.
Is that
Okay,
clear
sir.
enough?
I got it.
Okay, and now let's go with your chapter 1, the first chapter. Yeah, the first chapter, it seems like you gotta build your reasoning also with some kind of fact finding. Yeah, fact finding about research and development kind of research. Okay, you gotta compare what is the deep kind of analysis in research and development kind of research. Yeah, because on the first degree or undergraduate kind of thesis, yeah, it's different with what you're going to get when you're going to use, when you're going to make a thesis when you got the uh, postgraduate kind of studies. Yeah, and then after that one you're going to compare also what is it, deep finding, yeah, from several kind of research and development research, the previous one. Yeah? So what is it, your standing point for this research? You can compare it. Is that true, only that one? Testing, blah blah blah. A simple kind of, what is it? A simple kind of developing a word puzzle, yeah? A basic of the puzzle things, and then you can use that as your learning media, and then you can prove it into several kind of expert opinion. Okay, Silva? Okay,
Okay,
now
sir.
let's go with yours. Okay, next one. You're mentioning specification of the product. When we
Yes.
saw this kind of slide, so what is it so interesting about this one? So you better come with some kind of interesting, attracting, yeah, kind of the product, I guess. Yeah, because what will be the difference between this research and then the previous one? Yeah, it is the same kind of word puzzle. Yeah, it is the same kind of word that we can use in any level, I guess. And then that's not the new thing, I guess. Yeah, making this one. Yeah, you may try to develop it, try to create, try to make it into something that can attract. Yeah, something that can make the reader, okay, this is a new one, I'm gonna imitate this one. But if we see, if we try to check, and then this is the specification of the product, well, based on your type 1 and then type 2 here, so what is it that we are going to get from this one? It is a common type of a crossword puzzle, right? A common kind of puzzle, isn't it, Silva?
Maybe it is looks like a similar puzzle, but the way the students can what is it can wrote the description and complete the exercise is the different way, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So how do we going to use this puzzle, the same puzzle with different way, in different way? That's your reason. Thank you. Now let's try with the chapter 1 or your second chapter, talking about reviewing the related literature. You're mentioning two things. First, here is task descriptions. Second one, here is word square. For the text description, you are mentioning feature of characteristic of an object, nature, landscape, vegetable, animals, and then people. And then from word square, you're quoting from Marcel here, one of the oldest puzzle genres in history. Yeah, talking about that one, from Marcel opinion itself, it is the oldest kind of puzzle, right? So
Yeah.
when you decided to use this one, it should be, what is it? An innovation of it. It should be a new thing that you gotta put on it. Yeah, so it is not the same, similar. That's why, okay, why it look like similar kind of puzzle, similar kind of word square. Yeah, that we can learn starting when we got the elementary school till we got the university kind of educations. Yeah, so what is it? The difference? It is the oldest one, and then why it is still relevant right now? Why would we have to use it now here? Okay, Silva?
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
next one for your chapter. Okay, look at this one. Okay, this is a research and development R&D kind of step. That's the famous one, what we call by A, double D, I, and then E. Analysis, design, development, implementation, and evaluations. From this step, yeah, if you're going to do a real kind of R&D research, an analysis thing, it is not as simple as what you conducted, my dear. Okay, an analysis here consists of many kind of implementations. After that one, repetitions. After that one, also the reflection, evaluations, based on what kind of model that we created. And then if you choose here the word square itself, it is not what is it? It is not making a new thing, I guess. It's similar like the previous one. You're mentioning only trying to, what is it? Trying to change how do we play the games. Yeah, that's what you really did here. Yeah. And then also with designing, look at that one. Yeah, the analysis process take probably around 2 or 3 months. Designing also 1 and 2 months or 3 months. Development till the last one with the evaluation, maybe it will run 1 year or 2 years to really make a valid, yeah, a solid kind of research and development result. Okay, Silva. And the next one, your research instrument, you're mentioning structured interview questionnaire, and then with the data analysis techniques. Yeah. Okay. Maybe you're gonna read more from Creswell, or maybe from Gay, from Wills, that mentioning what is the instrument that we are going to use when we try to conduct a research and development kind of research. It is only structured interview, and then with the questionnaire. What are the most relevant kind of research instrument to do this kind of research? Okay, and then now
Yes,
let's
sir.
go with your chapter 4. Look at this one, your analysis of student needs. Yeah, before you're going to find out the student needs, you have to face what is it their problem first, right? Not only what they
Yes,
need,
of
but
course.
based on what the problem that they face. Yeah. And then next one, you're mentioning about curriculum analysis here. The curriculum analysis, it should be relevant with what kind of the problem based on your student analysis. Yeah. Okay. And the next one,
Okay, sir.
design concept and design here. The concept of the word square. Yeah. The design of the
Yes.
word square. Yeah. And then maybe if you try to take a look at from the other department, from primary educations, yeah, maybe you can see some of the research and development, they're creating some kind of product of it. Yeah, they have the real product of it. Okay, and then if I'm not mistaken, several days ago, one of the students from primary school teacher education department, she came to my office and then trying to, what is it, trying to explain, yeah, trying to explain the product based on R&D kind of research. Okay, and then when you came to me and then asking for the validation, if I'm not mistaken, you were not even trying to explain it, right? Okay, this is only the data that you have to validate, yeah, or something that I just need to sign it, yeah, and then no such kind of explanation how you going to make, okay, this is a new product, this is an innovative one from the word square we can use in teaching English for the students. Okay, my dear. And the next one, the development product manufacture. Okay, talking about the product manufacture, since do you have it right now, you here? So what is it, in a form of online one, or it is in a physical kind of construction, or what is it, Silvania?
This is the product process making the production,
Okay.
the whole steps.
Yeah, with the product here, you try only to make, what is it, only an online form. You try to write it down, try to compile the words of it, yeah, drawing the picture of it, or you try to use, what is it, some kind of things that you use to make this one.
I use two media for support my product. For the
Mm-hmm.
first for make word square, I uh, I I I yeah, I use e-learning apps, e-learning application, and for the designing module, I use Canva design application.
Okay, maybe it will be better for you if you try to, what is it, to show the learning media that you develop. So this is the final product of it. This is the first product, this is the second product, the third product, before you're going to implement the product to the students. Yeah, and then you're mentioning
In the
also,
PPT, sir,
yeah, and
in the
then
PPT or
yeah, in your PowerPoint presentations. Yeah, next when
uh,
you're going to get the revision from you, you're going to bring all the media with you. Okay, Silva?
okay,
And
sir.
then next one you're mentioning here is about the implementation. Divided into types. First here is the small class trial. Second one, large class trial. What is it here with the
Mm.
small and then large class trial? What is it?
And this is in the small and large class trial have different samples and from the small class trial I have just 7 students
Mm-hmm.
to uh, I give my module my media my product, and after that they can read and they can complete the whole exercise on it, and after that they can review, they can give their response by the questionnaire. In large class trial I have 29 students, and I do the same with the small class trial.
That's all?
That's all, sir.
Okay, and the
but
last one?
uh,
Okay, what is it?
in the small class trial, actually, if there is some revision, I will revise my product first. But because of in the small class trial, they can give good response about my developed products. So I don't I'm not revise my media,
No
so I continue
revisions.
to the large class trial.
Okay. Okay, thank you. The question it will be like, okay, what is the difference between a small and a large class one? So you're claiming the small class there are no revision at all. This is a good kind of product, and then we can go with the large one. We can go bigger, and then you're using it to the larger class for the trial. Okay, last one, the evaluation. You're mentioning product revision from the experts. Yeah, if
Yes.
you already claim on your first step here in AD kind of model in implementation, smart class trial, large class trial, you already succeed. Yeah, in making your media here become, what is it? Become a media that can make the student, what is it? Improve their skill in writing descriptive. And then, so what is it? The product revision from the experts here. Yeah, because when you try to ask the revision from the expert itself, maybe you have several kind of, what is it, phenomenon while implementing your product for these students. Yeah, what is it for this one, for this case, Silva?
For this space, you just now you asked about what the revision that I got from the expert, and I got the suggestion for improvement from the media expert, namely Miss Mutiarani. She suggests and she gave the suggestion to me to revise to change the exercise instructions in the second exercise in my module. Just it, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. That's enough, I guess, for your finding for the fourth chapter. And then now let's go with the conclusion. You're mentioning the word score based practice. It is best word score based practice, or is the word score best practice? Module is valid to be used as a learning media on the topic of writing descriptive text. So which one? It is word square best practice, or it is word square based practice?
Word square base practice.
Okay then, thank you very much. And then the big questions, it will be like my first question to you. Alright, Silva, your aim
Yes.
here is to prove that the use of this word square that gonna give a good impact, that gonna give a greater impact for the student that gonna learn about writing descriptive text. Yeah, as simple as that one. But the process of it, the process of making research and R&D type of research, you have to read it more. Yeah? There are many things that missing on your research about R&D thing. Okay, Silva?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, I guess. That's all. Yeah. That's all what I can deliver for you. I hope based on your performance, you're gonna pass for this thesis defense. Okay? And then let's
Yes, sir.
close our thesis defense here by reciting Hamdalah together. Yeah?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah alamin, and best of luck for you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, sir.
Yep, thank you, Silva.